Hi, StarSurfer here with the monthly tarot reading for August 2023 for my Tauruses. Hey Tauruses, how you doing? I am getting to this early. Praise. So proud. I'm moving forward, I'm going to be trying to get the next month's reading out mid-month, like a couple weeks ahead of time. So you just kind of know, you can be prepared. Moving forward, I'm also going to be making a Patreon. I had to really think about how to say that word. Patreon is what I wanted to say. Patreon. So look out for the announcement about that if you want to get these readings even earlier, as well as an extended and an astrology breakdown. You can join the Patreon. Said it right. This is a little disclaimer. First off, if you resonate with something in this reading, please, as a new content creator, I beg, like, comment, subscribe. I know you probably hear it all the time and it's annoying and you're like, I'm sick and tired of hearing this, but it's one little click of your mighty finger and it helps out a lot. So please like, comment, subscribe if something resonates with you. This is a general read for my Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node. It's a large range of people, a big swath of energy I'm tuning into, so this reading won't be for everyone. If it's for you, you will know. Take the messages that resonate and leave the rest. I think that's everything. Oh, one last thing. No, it's not. In the info below, you will find a link to my Etsy shop where you can book a personal reading with me. We can do an astrology reading, tarot reading, oracle reading, whatever you need, whatever you would like, whatever spirit is telling me you need to hear now, we'll make it happen. So you'll find that link in the info below. All right. Gonna start with the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle deck. Get some animal medicine on the board for you. I don't know why I said deck. Taurus. Moon's in Taurus right now. Lovely. I like to do sign readings when the moon is in the sign because the moon is intuition, right? How do you feel? Honestly, it was that feeling of like, I was meditating and tuning into your energy before this reading, and it was that energy of like the friend who's really like pissed off about something, who's mad about something, and then their best friend like is trying to cheer him up and like finally gets him to like crack a smile and laugh. That's where we feel like we're at. We're like laughing even though we don't want to be. We're like, ha ha ha, even though we're mad about something. Let's see what that's about. Might not come up in the reading. You might not just need to hear that like it's okay to laugh. People are trying to cheer you up. One more after this. Growth. Hearing that. Any messages or insights for my Tauruses? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. Any messages or insights for my Tauruses? Purple. Purple is a good color for you right now. It's a color of like spiritual strength, intuition. Am I taking that? Yeah, I'm gonna take that. Let's see what just fell out. Yep. I mean, there it is. Intuition, right? The whale and the gazelle. Very much like, I see this as like a page of wands and a high priestess energy. It is like receptive. This is more like a fiery, like female, like feminine energy, divine feminine energy. It's receptive, it's observant, but this is more on the active end of that spectrum. And this is very high priestess to me, of just like moving through depths, like whatever might destroy a lesser human. You are able to move through gracefully, intuitively, observantly, aware of what's going on. Nothing's getting past you, even in the like places where it's so deep and so dark that other people might have an issue seeing. It's like you're relying on a sense beyond your sight. Which I mean that in like both, it's not, I don't mean that literally. It's like you are relying on the spidey sense right now to get the read on the situation. And something tells me the spidey senses are tingling around a certain person or a group of people, a certain energy, hyena, like masking malicious intent with a smile, right? But you see past that and you are moving the hell away from it. Cheetah, quick movement, accelerated progress. Something tells me you are speeding the hell away from whoever this is because you're like, it's not upfront. They're not being upfront about it, but I cannot trust them. Something about the energy is off. And this is a person who's very much picking up an energy. Like the gazelle sees it and is like, run, fucking run, right? You're very, I'm just getting like the image of a chalice, like receptive. And then bolting if once like you receive the download you need, that this is not the kind of person you need to be around. Waste of your time, energy, talent, expertise, gifts. Move away from them. You are right in that. They're not who they say they are. You know that. Zebra. Individuality, accepting your person, like your beautiful uniqueness. Let me sit with this. This feels honestly like the kind of person who's like just so over anyone that mocks personal difference. And this feels like the kind of person who's like mocking personal difference. Right? They make fun of someone for like something they can't help about themselves. In fact, it might be something that makes them like beautiful and unique and who they are. And this is the kind of person who's like, you know what? Like I've been through too much shit to really put up with like laughing at other people, making fun of other people. I really just like move the hell away. Like I'm not even gonna like pretend to, there's that like, I don't know, when you're like in high school or you're like in college or in your early 20s, it is like you might be around people who are like, you realize now or once you move beyond those groups and those dynamics, those communities, like they were mean people, right? But your priority is like so much about, not about owning your individuality, it's about fitting in. Right? So it's like, you know what? I compromise myself, my integrity, my values, like the way I believe people should behave towards each other because I'm just terrified of not fitting in. This feels like the mean girl. It's very like a mean girl energy of like, she's just mean. He's just mean. And where in the past, you might have been like, yeah, I know they're mean, but I don't want to be like alone. It's like, now it's like, you know what? I really just don't have time. I know too much, I understand too much, I love too much, I've been through too much to like be around and especially to try to mold my energy or silence my knowing to like be with people who laugh at other people's differences. I just don't have time for it anymore. I've split the second I'm like, oh, this person's immature, petty, mean, critical. It's like, no. I'd rather go hang out with the zebras that y'all are making fun of because at least they're real. At least they're interesting. This feels like where we're at now, and good. That's the place to be at. Exhausting yourself to try to keep up with someone who's mean at the end of the day. And here's the thing, is that a person that mocks someone, especially that mocks someone for like something they cannot help about themselves or something that is actually beautiful about themselves, like who's to say if you're hanging around that kind of person and they're like pointing at someone on the street or at the party and they're laughing at them with you, like who's to say they're not doing that when you're about you, when you are not there, when you're across the room, when you are the person walking by. If they do it to someone, they can do it to anyone. And you see that now, you know that, and you're like, yeah, I'm good. You have fun living your small, sad, petty, mad, miserable little life, and I'm just gonna skedaddle on over to my people who just celebrate each other and themselves for exactly who they are. And it's not this like game of mockery and meanness and pettiness. Any other messages or insights? Yeah, it's like, really, we're still playing that game? It's like, the cool game? Really? Are we 12? The Otter. I love this card. This is like a Two of Cups, like partnership, playful, flirty, romantic, frisky, fun energy. It feels like you, yes, you have this gravitas, this weight to you, but you're here to have actual fun. Not the like kind of fun at other people's expense that like you're running away from, but like fun, weird fun. Like, life is too short to play the cool game. I want to have a real laugh with real people, right? Not a fake laugh with fake people. So I'm gonna go find them. Bye, deuces, adios, sayonara, see you later, see you never. If you go back to that person, this hyena person, in 5 years, they're gonna be the exact same. That kind of person doesn't evolve, they don't grow. They don't want to, they're scared to. Because growing, actual growth requires you to like own who you are. To grow, you have to own your path. To own your path, you have to love yourself. This is like, I love myself. I'm trying to find the people that love themselves too, because we're headed on a growth path. Again, growth. We're headed on a growth path. There's a regality to that purple energy I was tuning into. There was like a king, queen shit to, this is who I am. This is who I am. There is power there. There is like, it's a baller move to be like, yeah. That thing you little sad hyena group might laugh at me for, I'm like, hell yeah. It's true. And it's awesome. It's like, that is mature. That shuts shit down immediately. The hyena laughter when you're like, yeah. And that is true, and I fucking love it about myself. You're finding the people, you're seeking out the people that like do that kind of thing. That aren't like, oh my God, like, it's baby. It's like little whiny baby. Immature. You're not here for that. You're just like, no. It's exhausting. It's a hamster wheel. Because you have to constantly be adapting yourself to fit that, what is the word? I can't think of the word now. The minute I finish this, I'm going to think of it. But to fit that, like, status quo. No, just fit your own. Just be you. So much less energy expended when you're just like, I'm out here. This is who I am. And then you find the people that are like, ooh, yeah. And you do the same for them. And it's like, oh, we've saved ourselves so much time and energy. And we feel like we belong and we can have real fun. We can have real laughs. We don't have to like laugh at other people's expense. Any other messages or insights? Wow. Okay, first fell out the fox. The fox feels like it's akin to, a lot of times I get like fox is like a Gemini trickster, very mischievous, wily. It's like able to shift tactics because it's so smart to do what it needs to survive. But for me, these two are aligning very much right now. It is like, you know what? I'm like constantly trying to just keep my head above water with this kind of social group. It's like, okay, what's in today? What's out today? Who are we laughing at today? Which is a waste of the kind of mental energy and power that the fox has available to it. If it's like trying to play a child's game, it's like get out of the sandbox and like use that brain for a real thing. And then you have, wow, the hawk and the elephant. Elephant, breaker of barriers. Hawk, spiritual guidance. It's like you are being guided away from wasting your time, energy, strength, talents, laughter, spirit, heart with these kind of groups, and breaking through the barrier of like, you know what? I'm not afraid to like own who I am anymore. I don't feel the need to like bend over backwards to like make a fake person like me for however long that it suits them, however long it fancies them to like me. You're breaking through that barrier, that fear, that resistance with the aid of spirit, because spirit's like, no, 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 no. Fly away from this, break through the barrier that's keeping you in that sandbox, and move towards these people. We want you over here. Come be over here. Come be over here. Water's warm. Party's fun, right? The real party's over here, spirit is saying. You just gotta break through the resistance to, you know, rocking this boat. Flip this, capsize this shit. Who cares? Who cares? Away, we're done, we're moving on, we're moving forward, we're moving beyond. Dragonfly overall, you know this, intuition, psychic awareness, adaptability as well. But this is like an adaptability that is less, it feels less like Fox adaptability, which is like so mental, and this is more intuitive. This is like, I'm adapting in a way where I'm not like trying to like outsmart something. It's just like I'm moving with the flow. Much more intuitive adaptability. And it feels like that is possible with these people, right? You're able to be a dragonfly, intuitive, adaptable, real person with these people that spirit is guiding you towards. And then with these kinds of people, you have to be like the Fox kind of adaptable, which is like, let me think of like the funniest, cuttingest, most sarcastic kind of, it feels like very much like that energy. We're done with that kind of adaptability. We're into this kind of adaptability here. Yeah? Makes sense? Right? Let's pull you some tarot cards. I'm just like thinking back to like, honestly, like maybe TMI, but like college and like high school when I was like, oh my God, why was I trying so hard? What did I get from that? Nothing. And then the minute I stopped caring, I'm like, sweet, sweet relief. That's what awaits you. If you follow the guidance of spirit, if you follow your intuition instead of your mind, right? If you get away from the hyena and towards the zebra, break that barrier. It's kind of like the image I'm getting now is like the like when a spaceship takes off and it's like the amount of energy needed. I'm thinking about the elephant right now, which I said is like breaking out of barriers. And I'm thinking about this being the barrier you're trying to break out of. The amount of energy that a spaceship needs to like get out of Earth's atmosphere to escape the gravitational pull of Earth is like immense. 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 But the minute it breaks through that atmosphere and gets out of the gravitational pull of the Earth, it just coasts. It just floats. Things get so much easier. Yes, you have to put in that initial effort to get away from those kinds of people and that kind of dynamic. But once you do, once you break through that barrier, once you get out of that gravitational pull, we float. We float. One more after this. Any other messages or insights for this spread? Any other messages or insights for this spread? Empress in reverse. Wants to be here, right? Empress upright is like the maternal, platonic ideal. She's like loving, she's nurturing, she takes care of people. In reverse, it's like, ooh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. It's very much like Joan Crawford, no wire hangers, like this kind of maternal energy. And these are the kind of people that would like eat their own, is what I'm getting. Like, they would like eat their own. Vicious. Oof. Watch out, right? You could be on top one day with those kind of people and the next day they're eating you. they're destroying you, right? Because they don't care. They have no allegiance to anything except for like their head staying above the water. Their skin in the game, right? It's suspicious. 9 of Wands and the 4 of Cups, it makes you suspicious. It makes you like distrustful. You get so in your head about it. It's like, why would I trust any of the people around me? Like, I can't interact authentically because I'm like so in my head all the time of like, are these people judging me? Is what I'm doing cool enough? Is like what I'm about to say, or even how I feel, what I'm doing, is it acceptable? Does it meet the standard? Like, you can't enjoy yourself because you're in your fucking head all the time. These are like two of the most in your head cards in the fucking deck. And this is where you're at when you're with an Empress in reverse kind of person. It's like, oh my God, I don't want to be eaten. I want to be destroyed by the people that claim to be my friends, which is the most tragic part of it, right? It's a sick game. It's toxic. It's toxic. And that's what you're moving away from. That's what Spirit's like, no. Get away from that. Get away from that. Whoo, get away. So much easier. You can just float. Like I said, you can just float. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Pentacles upright is like a man that, or, you know, generally a masculine energy, regardless of gender, that is very focused, dedicated, singular-minded, persistent. In reverse, it's like, nah, we're not those things. This feels like, to me, in this kind of environment where you are suspicious and distrustful because people are vicious, you're afraid to take a stand, to go after something, because it's like, well, what if the thing I invest in isn't cool or gets mocked or made fun of, right? Or made fun of, or what if the thing I'm like really committed to and we're actually passionate about is like, doesn't meet the standard? I have to deny myself that. There's so much self-denial that has to happen when you're in that kind of dynamic. And this is like, we deny ourselves no longer, right? We can be as weird and fun and playful and frisky as we want, which is where Spirit wants you to head. Woo! Please. Please. Any other messages? Yeah, it wants you to head towards the people you can like actually make something with, instead of like these kind of people that I've just been talking about who are like, why would you ever want to go in on anything with those people? Because it's like, even if you do end up building something with them, it's like there's this veil of like sarcasm that like, our irony that keeps you at like a distance, like earnestness. And this is like, oh, we're so earnest here. We're so earnest, it's almost painful, but like actually it's beautiful because it's like our heart's on our sleeve, right? It's like otter, very hard on the sleeve energy. And it's like, then when you complete something with that perspective, with that approach of like, I care, actually. I actually care. I try to pretend like I don't care, but I care. And then you build something with other people who are like, you know what? I fucking care about that thing too. Let's care about that thing together and see how far it takes us. Then when you actually build it, it's like, you enjoy it so much more because you were invested in it and you were allowed to be vocal and upfront about that investment. Instead of like this kind of energy, right? With these kinds of people, where it's like, even if you did build on the surface of it, even if you built the same thing with these people as you're building it with these people, the appreciation you'd have would be, it's night and day, right? Because here we're shrouding things in irony. It's like, we're not showing we care. We're like mocking the process the whole time. We're like, isn't this like silly how we care about this thing? It's like, no, just get rid of that extra fucking layer. What is that adding? Except for like keeping you less vulnerable because you don't have to like risk saying like, no, I actually like this thing I'm like pretending not to care about, I actually very much care about. Fuck the irony. Get rid of that veil of irony. Get rid of that veil of sarcasm. Get rid of that like shit-eating grin, honestly, that the hyena has, that those kind of people have, and just be like, you know, here's my heart, here's it on my sleeve, like I care about this thing, I want this thing, I'm like willing to invest in this thing because I actually genuinely care about it. Earnestly. And then when you finish something in that way, and when the people that like you do that around are like, legit, I care about that thing too. Fully, like no irony. Oh my God, so much more rewarding. It's so much more rewarding when you can complete something with those kinds of people than when you, and it's less exhausting too. Because to do something and then also have to couch it in irony and like sarcasm is like, ugh, I'm tired. It's baby energy. I just keep getting that shit of like, it's baby energy. Woo! Tower in reverse. Just a moment. You might still be, honestly, after I've talked all this shit about these kinds of people, but I'm not talking about shit about you because you're not one of these people. You might still be embedded with this kind of people and resisting, right? Breaking through the barrier, breaking through the gravitational pull, getting away from the influence of them and finding the people that are like, no, we're trying to do some shit. But spirit is like very much like, no, I want that thing to go. I don't like that energy. I certainly don't like that energy for you, someone who is not that way. Stop resisting it. For me, I feel you might fear the vacuum that will be left when you leave these kinds of people. But that vacuum will be filled if you let it be and don't give in and fall back into the gravitational pull of these people. That vacuum will be filled with real people. You can be fun with, you can be playful with, you can be yourself with. Escape the gravitational pull of fake fucks. Yes? Excuse my French, but whatever. Get away, float, break through. Let the vacuum exist until it fills itself with, it's filled. Because we know nature abhors a vacuum. Let the vacuum exist that's left behind in the wake of like these people being knocked out of your life. Let it exist until it's filled with like real authenticity, hard on their sleeves, no irony kind of people. Any other messages or insights? Any other messages or... Yeah. 5 of Swords in reverse. 5 of Swords upright, defeat. This is the kind of dynamic that these people... I should just leave this out because they keep coming up. It's not you, it's them. But this is the kind of dynamic of like, it's me versus them, and it's like, I would throw my friend under a bus if it meant I didn't have to look bad. That's what those people are engaged in. In reverse, it's like, no, we let that go. That might feel like a defeat, which is typically or traditionally like the name for this 5 of Swords card, defeat. It might feel like a defeat to let those people go, but like they would throw you under a bus, given a chance, right? Empress in fucking reverse. Oh my God, it's terrifying. It might feel like defeat, but it's actually a victory. You might be winning a battle, but oh my God, you're losing a battle, but you're winning such a much more important war, which is the war over your heart, your authenticity, your individuality, finding the people that appreciate, celebrate, and want to like build with that. Don't get thrown under the bus, staying in the gravitational pull of those people. Don't do it. Calm it. 4 of Swords underneath everything. Rest. If you don't have the new people right now, or you're recovering, like losing a community, but the community needed to be lost, honestly, like take this as a moment to like just recover. Get in touch with like, who are you? In this moment of pause, this vacuum, you can get back in touch with like what you care about instead of like what you tried to care about or not care about to like fit into that dynamic. This is an opportunity to like get back in touch with yourself, right? To like move away from like being afraid of investment. If you are still in that dynamic right underneath that 7 of Pentacles in reverse, the 8 of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles upright. What is keeping you trapped trapped and stuck is a fear and a barrier of your own making. You can get out of this, and when you do, you'll find the opposite of what you have there. The queen, upright, right? This is the last step, the last queen before you get to the empress. So you will find what you do not have here. What is keeping you trapped, this wanted to be. It was laying right on top of the elephant. The barrier is your own making. This is a prison of your own making. Break through. Oh, right underneath that, the chariot. Move away, progress. This feels very much like the cheetah. Get out. Move on. Escape the gravitational pull of petty, fake people. Escape your mental prison that's keeping you convinced you have to stay with these people, and that leaving would be a defeat or an admittance of weakness. No. You are giving yourself the space, the opportunity, the vacuum to get back in touch with yourself so that you can call in the people that like celebrate it, love it, and you can build something meaningful without all of the extra fake stuff or the fear that you're gonna be like in one day, out the next. Like you can build that kind of community for yourself. Yeah? That felt like a very, I mean, it was a very specific reading. So again, if this wasn't for you, it wasn't for you. But if it was for you, I hope something resonated here. Let's get you a parting message from the Gaia Oracle deck. And then we can move on. All right? Can I get one final parting message for my Tauruses, please? You got two. Evolution and perception. What's evolving? Your perception, right? Because if you're still with these kinds of people, not the Queen of Wands, no. These kinds of people, what you need to evolve and change is your perception. So let's read that, shall we? 39, breaking down to a 12, breaking down to a 3. Beyond the veil of illusion. Yeah, these people, hyenas, it's all veils. It's all illusions. It's all masks. You don't have time for that anymore. The lady on this card looks directly at the observer. She radiates love and wisdom, yet stands firmly in her own truth. From this standpoint, she is able to see beyond the veil of illusion. She's shown up in your reading today to reflect these same qualities within you. You are advised to stand your ground with regards to a particular person or issue. Stand within your own truth, and don't be swayed by another's beliefs, opinions, or views. If it doesn't feel right, then it's not. Trust your intuition and gut feeling on this one. Be true to yourself. You can respect another's views without having to change your value systems. If it doesn't align with your values, then don't take it on. Trust your intuition. Trust your gut, right? It's like you don't have to take on anything that feels inauthentic to you. This is about what feels authentic to you, right? You don't have to bend your own truth to meet the truth of another that is just not aligned. This is about finding the people, places that align with yours, or that at least respect the fact that yours are yours. Your perceptions, your values, your truths are yours. It's time. Go be the zebra, right? Move on, fly away, break free, escape the gravitational pull, and float and fly. Talk soon. Thanks.